Hello and welcome. We're back. Top four after an absolutely epic top 8 with Miracles taking down Pillow Fort.
Miracles.
Oh, Miracles, blue-white control.
We're not playing Legacy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Home is where the heart. No.
That deck's dead anyway.
The deck's,
That deck's dead.
Tell that to the people playing topless Miracles. No. So anyway, we are playing Modern. This is Slivers versus the aforementioned blue-white control. If previous matches are anything to go by, this will be quick.
But Slivers deck crushes.
Yeah, it is not slow. But Marcus definitely has a lot of answers mainboard to creatures.
Well, he has a Wrath of the God, which probably indicates that he's got 4 Supreme Verdicts, right?
Yes, you would assume so. So he's playing 4 verdicts and a Wrath of God.
And 1 Wrath of God. So he's got 5 board wipes.
5 mainboard wipes.
4
exiles.
Path to Exile, 2 Detention Sphere.
3 cryptics.
Cryptics just buy time most of it.
Yeah,
Jace is decent way to buy time. Both the Gideons are as well. Yep. And Wall of Omens. His deck's designed to buy time.
Yep. So
it's tap out control.
It will depend how fast Hue can assemble a sliver army.
There's at least a sliver of a chance he does.
So what is interesting, in a previous matchup, there was... What sliver is it? One of the slivers. Which one is it?
What was the ability in Albert?
It's the one that when you target something, it flips a coin. So Frenetic Sliver did.
We did not see that.
No,
in the
we
top
didn't.
8.
There was in a previous match that I saw Hue play. Frenetic Sliver was MVP. He succeeded the flip 4 times.
So what happens? So
what happens? So if any of the slivers you control are targeted with a spell or ability,
yep.
So it's an activated ability on the Frenetic Sliver rather. It will, if you flip, if you succeed, it exiles it until end of turn. So any.
Oh, so it's a protection. Okay.
Yep. So it's if you fail, it dies.
Yeah. But, most of the time it's getting targeted with a removal spell anyway. So
it's being targeted with a removal spell. Run the.
And
odds.
is it forced?
So again, sorry.
The flicker, like the coin flip, is it forced?
0 mana activated.
Oh, okay, ability. So okay.
Yeah, so it is activated, but you do it in response to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So also
I was curious as to whether the Path to Exile, if that targets it.
Yeah.
And then it loses the flip.
It is a choice. Now the Frenetic Sliver, I do believe. I think he's only playing one of them. I can't. Yeah. There. So there's his list. So currently, is it just on the board?
Is it a sideboard card? Yeah, it's a one of in sideboard.
One of on the board. So did
I'd be impressed if you could go through that list of slivers and tell me exactly what every one of them do.
Nope. Let me look at the color. Look at the color variations of this deck. What? It's literally a 5-color deck.
I reckon we could do a pie bet. Who can name the most?
Look, I think you win.
Does that mean you have to get a pie in the face?
Or maybe, I don't know. It depends. It depends who's competing. But I
just you and me.
No.
After the fact, and we do it, without the other person present.
No, I don't believe I could. No. I don't back my sliver knowledge.
What if? Because this is going on YouTube.
So speaking of the slivers, there are 3 in play right now.
Predatory +1/+1.
Yep.
Mana Weft. Is it the Diffusion? Sorry.
Diffusion. Yeah.
Pay 2 if you want to target it, sliver.
Yep.
And flying.
And
so they're all 2/2s at the moment.
Yep.
I lied. They're all 3/3s.
Yes, they have +1/+1 from the Sinew Sliver. All right.
That's 9.
That's 9 coming in.
Marcus is hoping that he has a Wrath or a Supreme Verdict right now.
That is lethal next turn. Draws, puts out a land, slams a Wrath.
Yeah.
Slams a Wrath. Got it.
Got there.
All right.
So anyway, going back to the pie bet. If the YouTube commenters are in favour of it, I think we're forced to do it.
Forced to do a pie bet who can name the most slivers.
From Marcus's list and tell us from Hui's list. Sorry.
Maybe I could name maybe 3 right now off the top of my head.
Well, you've got Sinu, Predatory.
Sedge. Blur. Necrotic. Firewalker. I've got a list in front of me. I'm cheating. So there's a Blur Sliver.
You got to list what they do. You can't just say the names.
Blur Sliver is haste, right?
Blur Sliver is haste.
Yep. So all slivers have haste. It is a 2/2 sliver. And Marcus is down to 2.
2.
Wow.
He's got a blocker, though. Right. But if any sliver comes down, it has haste.
Any sliver is a win.
But if it's a power one, so like the flying one or Mana Weft, it's not enough.
Oh, so assuming Marcus doesn't have a path or something in his hand.
That's true.
Looks like he has a green sliver.
It could be company. It's Mana Weft.
Mana Weft. Which does...
L slivers can tap for any color mana.
Yep, cool. Gonna path the haste.
Yep. In response, I would imagine.
Yep. Seems fine.
Not much you can do about it, way.
No.
Unless there's a flash sliver that I don't know about that's going to set up some lines.
There probably is.
I imagine we've been told in response.
Yeah, it's in response. Yep. I believe he tried to tap in. He tried to tap some mana and was told that no, that the Mana Weft is not actually in play, so you cannot tap for mana, sir. All right. Now Mana Weft resolves. Mana Weft resolves.
Get in a forest.
Yeah. As we have seen him on coverage before, but we will restate. This is an entirely 74 of the 75 cards are foiled.
Did we ever find out what the 75th card was?
I forgot to ask. I'm curious to know if it's not foiled because you can't be foiled, or if it's just he doesn't have the foil.
What sets in Modern aren't foilable?
So exactly, I don't believe there's any. I believe that all those foils should be. You should be able to foil all 75 cards. So it would probably. It probably is just like a commitment, right?
Oh, unless you last second decided,
make changes.
He
that makes deck building really hard, doesn't it? When you're playing a
scouted the room, saw there was 6 affinity players. Oh no, I need that Stony Silence.
You're playing a massively pimped out foil deck, and then you have to really consider making changes to your deck because you might be dropping one of your foils. You know?
Yeah. Just add an extra $20 per sideboard.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so...
we just saw a Supreme Verdict go to the bottom. We should have been paying attention there.
So Mana Weft's still in play. Now, Hui, whose turn is it?
I think they're figuring out what's happening.
Yeah, not quite sure.
Or is Marcus just deciding whether he wants to pass or not?
No.
They're figuring out land counts, I think.
Yeah, land counts, right.
Marcus was trying to just figure out whether he'd play the land or not.
Plays the Wall of Omens. Now, Huey's in a great spot here. If he does have a collected company in hand, it could just...
It can resolve.
Yep, it will resolve.
But Marcus does have 2 blockers, so there's nothing getting through this turn.
Yeah, but resolving a collected company feels great against a control deck.
But you're doing it at sorcery speed, which means Marcus can untap and board wipe.
Yeah, true. Depending... yeah, true. Oh, well. Unless he hits a haste, he could do what he did before.
Double haste. That's...
Double haste.
That only gets Marcus down to 1.
Sign you in haste.
Sign you in haste, yeah.
Sign you haste is a kill. Not quite sure what he got.
How many Blur Slivers is he playing?
He's playing
2-ish.
2. Oh, I mean, the list we have in front of us is 2. I don't know if it's exactly 2, actually, don't we?
There is a red one.
So that is a Blur... That's exactly it.
That's lethal.
That's lethal. That's a +1/+1 sliver and a...
Because Jace ticked down, not up.
Yep. I believe that's lethal.
No, it is not Blur Sliver.
That's not Blur Sliver. That is...
Sedge.
Sedge Sliver. So that does not give haste. What does that do? All slivers have... This creature gets +1/+1 as long as you control a swamp and black regenerate this creature. So all of his swamps
not control swamp.
Now have regeneration.
Instead of water, Overgrown Tomb. Oh, he does have a swamp.
He does have a swamp. All right. So now the board wipes get harder.
These expeditions are so hard to tell what they are.
Oh, they really are. All right. So, yeah, Huey just double-checking there that the clause on Supreme Verdict does not... It is uncountable, but you can regenerate your creatures.
Correct.
It is Wrath of God that says they cannot be regenerated?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Damnation.
And Damnation, of course. Marcus not playing Damnation, playing one of Wrath of God, which he does have in hand.
He has it. Oh, sometimes you just have everything.
You just got to have it. Spreading Seas hits... Second Spreading Seas.
You have to fire it this turn, though, right?
Yeah. Yep. You fire it off. Yep, that'll do it.
Because he could have played dicey.
Played a bit risky, but not
played risky. Tick up Jace, no, and then as long as no pump. Oh, actually no. So they were minimum 3 power, right? Because there was 2 +1/+1s. Yes. So you had to fire it that turn.
Yep. So
he's a Mutavault.
Anyone getting through, there's a Mutavault. So basically, in Marcus's spot here, you just want to keep the board as clear for as long as, you just want to keep the board clear. You want to keep as many things off the board.
Those spreading seeds are on the sliver hives, right?
Yes, I do believe.
And we've separated them for simplicity.
They're definitely on something. Can we just double check that he didn't just tap a land that was used had a? Can we just double? Maybe we'll just get a.
Can we have Hui put the spreading seas as the lands instead of the lands being the lands?
Unless the spreading seas is under there, I just want to double check that he didn't just because it looked as if he separated the spreading seas away from the lands and then picked up one of the lands that was separated and tapped it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So spreading seas, it just makes it an island, correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. Cool.
It still keeps its card types and whatnot.
Yes.
So the Tron lands are still live.
Okay.
Eye of Ugin. You had to sack the other Eye of Ugin if you put another one into play.
All right. Okay. So it keeps all its other stuff. It just is now an island.
Yeah, it loses its abilities.
Yep.
And but if it's legendary or it has a type on it or any of that stuff on the.
Yep. All right. So what have we got? So right now, what's in play? We have
a Sinnoh Sliver and Mana Weft.
Yep.
Jace, Architect of Thought.
So that's a Jace looking. That's lethal on board. That's 2/2/2s.
They do not have haste.
No, but it's lethal next turn, assuming Marcus has nothing. That is another Sinnoh Sliver. No, what's that one?
Oh no, it's a Sentinel Sliver. Sorry, it's a Sentinel Sliver. Gives a one-sided. Oh no, Vigilance.
Yep. Okay, so now he has 3 Vigilant 2/2s. That can also tap for mana. Good.
I believe we're just going to see Cryptic or something, or Path.
Have to see something. Path will do it. Pathing the Sinnoh Slither. Yep. Puts both the other slithers back to 1/1, which
Jace, is not lethal.
It is not lethal because of Jace's ability.
Yep.
All right. So Marcus in a spot.
Oh, he's down to 1. The Sentinel Sliver is a 2/2.
Oh, okay. So it is. All right, so he's down to 1.
Yeah, 1's not dead.
Well, 1's not dead, but he needs an answer to...
Control does utilise their life as a resource. It is...
If Marcus was to win from this situation, he's done it optimally.
Yes.
Completely optimally.
Here's a Glimmer on end step.
All right, so end step Glimmer.
Right, another Jace, another land. Probably don't want either of them.
They're both going to go to the bottom. Draws for the Glimmer.
There we go, there's a cut. I was confused about that.
Shuai's deck. And what did he draw?
I think there was a Spreading Seas. I didn't see the other card.
All right. Untap, draw for turn.
He's a banger. That's a land.
It's a land.
That's not a banger.
No. He has a Spreading Seas. I mean, what's the play? Spreading Seas, hope to draw Wrath?
If he doesn't already have it, it's what he's got to play to. Got to play to outs.
Right.
That's separating 4 mana. That looks oddly like a...
Oh, he's just trying to fake it?
I don't understand why the fake would do it as well. let me pump fake my sorcery speed removal.
All right, so he's going to go up and play a Prairie Stream.
Because he doesn't have...
And pass.
He has Cryptic, obviously.
He has something.
He must have Cryptic and he's going to tap them.
He has something. Or he doesn't, and he's just...
And he might not have anything.
Misses the line. I don't know.
Misses the line that he did last turn.
You're not dead until you're dead. And currently Marcus is not dead.
He could just have another Path to Exile. Sedge +1/+1. That's the same one, Sedge.
Yep.
Regenerate.
Yep.
He does not want that on board.
Regenerate. Given that his one copy of Wrath of God is gone.
He's got enough mana for Snapcaster Wrath.
Yep, yep.
He does have Path to Exile in hand.
He has a path in hand. Huey deciding whether...
Is that a verdict as well in his hand?
Yeah, it does. It is.
Third card from the left?
That is a supreme verdict.
Oh.
Not so great now.
Yeah, a bit punished.
I think he was paranoid that he would play... Oh, well, no, the haste. The haste slither, blue slither is a 1... No,
he's a cryptic command, I believe.
Mm.
Oh, I'm not sure why he let it resolve.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he has to let it go into combat. He has to get... Because he would die to the haste one. If he doesn't let Huey go to combat first...
Yes. Yeah, so
he would die to a haste.
Exactly. So he's playing around the haste as it is
Huey's hellbent. He doesn't have any cards in hand. Mutavault.
Mutavault. Yep. That's very relevant. So Marcus definitely playing correctly here. Could have Wrath last turn, didn't, because Wrathing last turn leaves him dead to quite a few cards.
Techhead shooting down the Mutavault.
Played correctly. That was his only line there. Unfortunately, slightly punished because of all the slithers that could have been played is the one that gives regenerate, which means the supreme verdict in hand.
You can only regenerate one of them though, and I believe Marcus does have a path in hand.
All right, so he could at least remove two of them, which he's going to spreading.
Oh, he's just going to.
There it is.
Is Huey going to realize and float the black? It looks like he is.
Yeah,
and he's targeting.
So he's regenerating it. I think he's already used the regenerate ability.
He's got double...
You path it now,
path.
Right? So if Marcus has path... Oh, he doesn't have the mana to path and Wrath.
No.
Oh, no. Yes,
now he does.
Now he does. So now he paths the... You path the Sedge Slither and Wrath the other two, right? And
he could wait a turn. He's got Cryptic Command.
Yeah, no need to. Just do it
I think you do.
Oh, yes, but just because you're then just
you ask Quay to build a bigger board.
Yeah, but you're then just... If you do that, you're just dead to...
Cryptic taps out. So same play as last turn. You tap him out on his combat step, draw an extra card.
Yeah. Then you can't Wrath now because he's going to.
Right.
It might. Oh, he's going to Wrath now. That gets regenerated. Now I think you leave up your path so you don't just die to the haste slither. Oh no!
But he dies to Sedge.
You'd be dead to Sedge, so he has to.
This line's funky.
The line here, okay, so this line leaves him obliged to path now and hope that that Huey does not have another, doesn't have a haste. Or only has a 1/1. Okay. He's just going to hope he doesn't draw a slither. That seems funky too.
Well, it doesn't matter if it so he doesn't have the extra land untapped.
Yeah, right.
So he does it in upkeep.
Yep, okay. So, correct play. So, again, showing knowledge.
And he chose... because he's got both his basics already in play.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. And he's missed, obviously.
Did not draw a slither.
So could be a company. No, if a company is sorcery speed in it, right?
Yeah, I think my company is sorcery speed. There's this fourth spreading seas.
You know, sometimes you just chew through your deck. You just keep drawing cards.
Oh. Showdown there. Oh, Collected Company is an instant spell.
Collected Company is an instant spell, but Marcus was tapped out.
Okay, yes.
So, depending on the amount of blur slivers that Huey is playing, he could have sorcery speeded Collected Company and got him.
And got him? But did he draw Collected Company?
I don't know. I didn't see the card.
So I presumably didn't draw it.
No, it looks like Eighth Vial. That's far from a good draw at this point. A land is better. Although if he had drawn it last turn, he probably should have tried to put it in play.
I think he might have drew it this turn.
Yeah,
I feel you would play it. And it's possible he's sitting... I think the other card he's sitting on is a Dismember. Which is something...
I feel like you don't cast it on the wall.
Just Dismember the wall.
What advantage do you gain from that?
I don't know. Maybe you hold on to it. I think you're showing down too much information to Marcus there. You want him to sort of feel comfortable behind the Wall of Omens as a blocker.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to.
Marcus isn't pressuring you at the moment.
Yeah.
The Wall of Omens is never pressuring you.
Yeah, I think you just hold on to it there. There's no reason to fire it off without a follow up. But that said, I mean, the outcome's still the same. Huey's in the spot right now where if he's able to draw a haste... no, because his hastes are 1/1s, aren't they? No, they're 2/2s. No, so they are 2/2s. So a haste slither off the top, assuming Marcus has nothing, which is unlikely, is lethal.
Well, he's got a full fist. So.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff. Got a snapcaster. I saw a snapcaster there, so he's pretty.
He's got enough mana for snap cryptic.
Yeah, he's got enough mana for a few
Nothing's
things.
resolving. This game's.
This might be tied up fine.
Yeah.
Talking about efficiency of life totals. Marcus demonstrating how to use your life total correctly
as a resource.
As a resource. All right.
Who are we waiting on here? Is it Marcus? No, it was Hui. It was Hui.
Play was on Hui. Choose not to play down anything. A big draw for him now would be a cryptic. Collected company, but he's probably going to run into a cryptic.
Yeah, he's going to run into counterspells.
Yeah, so that's a Serum Visions for Marcus.
This Jace just needs to keep going up, and then down and up.
Man, MVP. Marcus's Jace has just been MVP.
Yeah, last round it was the reason he didn't lose, and this round it's so much card advantage. Stabilized and it's just card advantage. It's also one of the reasons he is on 1 life and not dead.
Yes, very relevant. Very relevant. All right, so that's a collected company, it looks like, for Hui. That is don't know what slither that is. That's a Hell Rider slither.
Gale Rider.
Gale Rider slither. Got there. Don't know what it does.
It gives flying. It's 1/1.
All right, okay, cool. Sure. Oh, yeah. Yep, there it is. So slithers have flying, helps with the block. He's going to...
He's got a negate in hand. He's fine. Okay. But what Hui is doing here is trying to overload Marcus's mana.
Yeah. Marcus, yeah. So if you're Hui now...
But Hui already knew about the negate.
He knew about the negate. I think right now you just don't fire off... You don't fire off the collected company right now, do you?
No. It's just going to get countered by the negate and you have nothing to...
Yeah, exactly. So correct play there by Marcus.
We do have an 8-turn clock now.
There's a clock. There's a Gideon that will shorten that clock.
There's also a colonnade.
And a colonnade. So what else have we got here? All right.
Marcus is chewing through these fringe decks. All right, I shouldn't say chewing. The last round took a little bit.
He's masticating through them rather slowly.
He's getting there.
He's getting there.
I suppose we shouldn't rule Hui out yet.
No,
Game is not over.
Game's far from over.
He's still healthy.
Still very healthy.
Are those life totals correct? I thought he was on 15, and now he's on 12. What did it take?
So he's on 13. This is still game 1, right?
This is game 2.
This is game 2. Okay.
Mark's got their game 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, yes. Yeah, so the game score is incorrect. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I thought, I'm like, confused me for a second. Yeah, so this is game 2. So Huey's okay. He feels fine. He obviously like to win this one, but if he loses this one, he goes into the next game on
3.
The play. So that's a path hitting his diffusion sliver.
Diffusion, yep.
Paying 2 extra. Now, if you're Hui, maybe you just wait? Like, he's played across the last couple of turns, he's sort of played 1 sliver a turn. Do you just wait and try and play 3
I feel
slivers?
like I would. If Marcus having this much mana, I would try to overload his answers.
Yeah, I think you're better off in Huey's position to just wait.
With Gideon on board, though, it's really hard.
It's hard
because the one that slips through, is going to just get targeted.
Yeah, well, it's hard now, but I mean, the last couple of turns, I mean, the turn that he played Gideon, you could have overloaded and resolved a couple of them.
Yeah,
but nonetheless, Huey has been second in the Swiss with his slivers, so he obviously knows what's up.
I think one of the big advantages of slivers is that people don't know what to expect. Yep. I mean, you yourself have said that you couldn't name what they do.
No. The thing is, I could tell you that there's a sliver that does everything, right? I can tell you there's a sliver that gives flying, there's a sliver that gives haste, there's a sliver that gives, I can tell you that. I know that for a fact. There's one that gives first strike, there's one that gives fire breathing. Like, there's one that does everything. But the thing is, it's knowing which ones your opponent might be playing. It's knowing what they cost and how big they are. That's the trick. You know what I mean? You need to know them.
Yeah. And need to know which ones are getting played.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like knowing what slivers exist doesn't help you when playing against a slivers deck because
there's so many.
There's so many
across 5 colors.
Exactly. Yeah. So like you've got to be able to recognize what slivers you're playing around. You know, playing around. What am I playing around now? Am I playing around a haste sliver? Am I playing around a first strike? Am I playing around indestructible? Am I playing around regen? Like.
Yeah, here's the collected company.
So the collected company going to run into a Snapcaster Negate, I imagine.
Yep. That's lethal next turn.
And that's game 3. All right, going on to game 3, sorry. Oh, wow, it's been a long day. Some real grindy matches. So, not sure what the state of our other match is. It did start ahead of time, so our other top 4 match...
It's still going.
Is still going. Wow, it's been going for a while too.
Here's Collective Brutality. I'm not sure if it's escalated or not.
So currently, this is game 3. They are 1-1.
Down to the last hope on board, just getting bolted to the face.
Yeah, so Grixis Shadow putting up a fight against the blue-white control, showing that the control aspect of the Grixis shell helps a lot to stay in the longer matches.
Matthew is hellbent at the moment, actually. So
yeah, looks like
Riley just is going to get to do whatever he wants.
So he's got
Liliana, and he's got.
So Snapcaster flashback Colligans, or is that a Colligans getting back a Snapcaster?
It was Liliana getting back Snapcaster.
Oh.
And I imagine the Colligans command is buying back another creature and pinging him for 2, Matthew for 2.
Did you go get a yes? Didn't see what he picked up.
Neither do I, but at this point, Matthew's in top deck mode. He's got
you feel pretty good if you're
Scalding Tarn there, which is probably off.
That's a land, and it's a land. He knows it's up. Didn't even actually look to see what
it
Riley played.
It wasn't even lethal on board. If he's on 3, it's only 2 damage coming across the board.
Does Liliana give the creature haste?
No.
Okay, so you couldn't just bring back.
It comes to your hand.
Oh, you have
to pay it.
Okay. Maybe he just felt that he couldn't get back into it. I don't know. We didn't see what led up to that situation, but nonetheless, Grixis Death Shadow going through to the final,
living up to its name of best deck.
Yeah, well, I mean. Yeah, it's regarded as a good deck. A lot of people are pointing at it as being something that might be copping a ban at some point.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk to get the Death Shadow banned.
I mean, it's consistent. It's been the thing is the Death Shadow, like that, the card itself, the namesake of the deck has been around for a long time.
Yeah,
and it's only. I mean, I don't want to say recently. It's definitely seen a lot of play in Modern for a period of time, but it's only sort of in the last little while, for at least my understanding, that it's really been considered really good.
Well, recently we've got a lot of efficient spells given to us. Yep. Colligan's Command. So we've just been informed that the one non-foil card is a Unified Will.
Okay.
That's not an expensive foil. I'm a bit disappointed.
Yeah, lack of effort, man.
Lack of effort. But going back to the Death Shadow banning, we got Fatal Push printed recently, Collective Brutality, Colligan's Command. This is all within the last 2 years.
Yep.
Which are all efficient spells.
The Delve was a big one. Getting the zombie fish, getting the man in the man in the chair,
the banana man.
Definitely.
All these efficient spells that recently just got printed in the last 2 years, and then it's just taken us a while to figure out that that's where you're meant to be. If I was to ban a card out of it, it is not Death Shadow.
Fair enough.
It is Street Wraith.
Okay. You reckon the Street Wraith is the issue?
Well, the same argument for Gitaxian Probe receiving its ban.
Yeah, sure.
Gitaxian Probe is better.
Yep.
You get to look at the opponent's hand.
Yes. But Street Wraith is...
Street Wraith is almost the same thing. Yep. I get to grab a new card off the top of my deck.
Yep.
It costs me 0 mana.
And it also helps, obviously very good in that deck, given the fact that you're able to pay 2 life to do it.
Yep. The downside is that you'll be targeting Living End in a way. Living End is not busted.
Yeah.
Living End is quite balanced. It's interesting on how it plays.
Yes.
But
cool deck.
You're targeting one of that. But they recently just got a bunch of new cyclers. Yeah. So they could probably rebuild. They'll probably get pushed more fringe than what they are now.
I don't know. Would banning Street Wraith be enough to balance what is regarded by some as the best deck in the format.
We can look at it, another deck that recently got Gitaxian Probe banned out of it, in Infect.
Yeah, okay.
Infect was tier 1, if not the best deck at the time.
Yeah, right.
It got Gitaxian Probe banned. And when was the last time you saw Infect play?
Well, fair enough. Yeah, definitely hit it pretty hard.
And I think Wizards have set a precedent. By banning Gitaxian Probe, they say unfair ways of doing things. We don't want it.
Yep.
So I think they've gone and set the precedent now, and that's probably going to dictate that down the track, Street Wraith will get a ban. Things like Mox Opal, like any of the
the excessively fast free stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there is still other ones like Simian Spirit Guide or Gemstone Caverns. Like, there's still other cards in the format that do things, but.
All right, so we have QA. Looks like he kept a 7. It looks like Marcus also kept a 7. We're gonna fetch. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you what fetch that is. Couldn't tell you what that is either.
Let's say Maya into Underground 2. Overgrown 2?
Overgrown 2. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. It's foil, it's shiny, it's hard to see. It's expensive. It's an Overgrown 2.
Okay, nailed him.
Yeah, well done. Good. I
can recognise 2 expeditions. That's impressive.
All right.
Jeez, experiencing a bit of tremor.
Earthquake going on there, and I'm getting a little bit excited. All right. What do we got? So Huey is looking for another very fast, explosive start. He wants to build the pressure immediately before Marcus can do anything.
He's building up his mana base here with the mana weft.
The threshold here for Marcus is the turn 4. So we saw it last game massively, where Marcus had lethal on board. Marcus hit his turn 4 and had the wrath.
See, right now, if I was Sway, I feel like he's just left up Collected Company potentially.
Yep.
Which I think is a mistake. That was risky from Marcus.
I think, your opponent's left up 3 mana. Does he have a counterspell in hand though? Like maybe he didn't have it.
Negate is 2 mana, right?
Did he have negate though?
We don't know. Huey doesn't know.
Yeah, right. So you're suggesting that Huey probably wouldn't have run it out.
He should have run out creatures that turn.
Yeah.
Marcus isn't playing 2 mana creature counters.
Yes.
In Essence Scatter or Mana Leak or any of the sort.
Oh right, yeah. So Marcus
what
had
has now happened is Huey just has to pass back because he's realised that the negate's there.
Yeah,
negate's an option.
He
had the option to do it in response to the Serum Visions as well, which he missed. Which maybe Huey's playing a different angle, but
does he have the? I
believe he does have the Collected Company in hand. See, he does have it.
Yeah, well, I'm curious why you wouldn't just run it out to the Serum Visions then.
Yeah, that was definitely the stronger line.
Maybe just respecting the wrath. Maybe he's just waiting he wants to build up a natural board state with just a couple slivers.
But he did have slivers in his hand last turn and he did nothing.
No, so I think he doesn't want to overcommit. I think he's playing like a longer version of the game in that he's going to build up. He's going to play maybe one, build up enough and just force Marcus to have to wrath, and then Collected Company and play a bunch.
I can see that being a line.
Just overload all at once. You know what I mean? Like double Collected Company almost. You know what I mean? Like just dump a bunch of. Basically, he wants to build up enough pressure now to force Marcus to have to wrath, and then unload.
If he can have Collected Company up on the turn Marcus has to wrath.
Yeah, exactly.
That is big game.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good because then you're forcing Marcus to potentially have a second wrath on the same turn, like on the next turn, or at least immediately have some kind of an answer because your one Collected Company could actually just be lethal. Oh, well.
I think Marcus is digging for lands.
Yeah, hitting the Serum Vision...
No, he bottomed lands just then.
Oh, okay. Maybe. But he went bottom top. I don't know. He did play a Serum Vision... Oh, so there's a Hallowed Fountain on top of the library. He did play the Serum Visions, taking him off Counter Magic to play the land, so maybe he actually didn't have the land when he played that Serum Visions.
Yeah, it's interesting. Here we go. Here's 4 mana. Is this... Sorcery Speed Company.
That's a Sorcery Speed. Yep, your opponent's got 1 colourless up. There ain't nothing in this format that's going to counter it. I could be wrong. My format knowledge isn't perfect.
Look, I want to prove you wrong.
I don't believe there's anything off 1 colourless in modern.
The closest is Warping Whale, and that's Sorcery.
Yeah. Okay. Good. My statement is true. Okay, so that is a hasty slither.
Yep, that's Blur and Sinu. This is going to clock for...
That's a lot.
3, 4, and 3. If you want to do that math.
3, 3, 3.
13?
That's a lot.
Is that 13?
3, 3, 3.
One of them's going to get blocked, so it'll only be 10.
So 3, 3. No, it'll 4 and 3, right? You said 5 creatures.
So 3 3s and a 4.
Yeah, which is 9, 13. One. Presumably the 4 gets blocked. You take 9.
Why is he leaving the predatory and the mana? He's got mana left. They can all tap for mana.
Oh, right. So he's gonna.
I'm not sure what he's leaving up though.
What's he got in hand?
Does he have negate or something along those lines?
Maybe, but I mean, okay. So Wrath of God, you can counter, but the Supreme Verdict you can't.
Huey's taken some interesting lines.
I mean, I'd like to talk to him about it after the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Marcus's life total has definitely changed. It's not 20. We'll get that updated soon.
It'll be 16.
16. So only 4. Yeah, only 4 went through.
Because the Wall of Omens...
Now, there's a great card for this matchup.
Timely Reinforcement.
That is off the board. That is a very good card.
Here you go. Back up to 22, I believe, and 3 tokens.
So I'm curious what... I'm not quite sure what Huey's doing.
Oh, I don't know why he's left up the 2 slivers.
Didn't do anything with it and didn't attack with them. I'm very confused.
Did he not realise that they have haste? Like, I understand that he realised that the Sinu sliver has haste, but did he... Like, because he played him that turn, right? No,
Maybe.
No, he didn't. No.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Here you go. He's in with everything at the team this time.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of blocks going out, but now Marcus probably has a Wrath. And it's not going to matter.
Yep. And this is against the line that you suggested.
It's weird. I'm confused. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's easy for us to sit here and comment. Obviously,
yeah, we get perfect information
on play. But I am curious to know what he would have been thinking at the time he did it. But
it might be Hui deemed that his original line was incorrect, and he's
maybe
trying to not lean into the misplay.
Did he? Yeah, but I mean that. So Snapcast is going to Serum Vision. That you got to feel good here if you're.
Yeah. It's just timely reinforcements.
Yeah, you still got
to. You're right. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Floating mana, 2 mana. Unified Will. He was leaving up a counterspell.
So he was leaving up a counterspell, but that...
Does he realise that he wouldn't be able to counter the Supreme Verdict?
Which is the most likely... I mean, good on him, right? Okay,
yeah, he got him.
So he was rewarded. He very much rewarded there with the Unified Will.
If this hits, it's game.
I think it's just game.
I think it might be just game, yep.
It's lethal on board.
Bad luck Marcus.
Yeah, bad luck Marcus got... Yeah, well, okay, here we go. Well, there you go. Yep, Huey...
Yep. QA is better than us.
QA knew what he was doing. Yeah, I think that may be a bit risky because if that was...
Yeah, it was a risky line, I agree.
If that was a Supreme Verdict, then you just missed out.
Yeah,
but
which is maybe, 4 of.
But maybe that's what he did have, in fairness, he had the collective company.
Yep, he had 1 in hand. Yep.
He had 1 in hand and...
He had another sliver in hand.
Another sliver in hand. So maybe he didn't... Maybe he was just hoping...
Yeah,
he got the outcome he wanted. Maybe he was literally just hoping to hit something if he could. If he couldn't, it didn't matter because he would immediately retort with a collected company and another sliver.
Rebuild his board straight away.
So
I'll bet you, if you have removal, you have it, and then I'll just rebuild. But if you don't, I've got you.
Yeah, and in that situation, it was just the outcome was perfect for him because he hit literally everything he needed. So he was able to... his opponent didn't have anything in hand, so he was forced to play the Snapcaster into the... timely reinforcements, which was countered and lethal.
Yeah, well...
So very good play there from Huey. So the finals for today will be Slivers versus Death Shadow.
Yep.
Grixis Shadow.
Be an interesting one to watch.
Well, definitely what is regarded as one of the best decks in the format versus Slivers.
So
it should be interesting. We'll take a quick break. Players will have a short break and we'll be back with the final. Thanks, guys.